Hi everybody, this is Blake from Sesacash. I'm here to share with you the story of Sesacash and what we have been up to for the past couple of months. This is our live AMA session. We are here to all learn and understand about Sesacash. In short, every question that you have, we are ready to answer and also share with you our story and how we are powering decentralized cross-border payments in Africa. So in short, Sesacash was built to make it easy for the everyday person in Africa to be able to send and make payments across borders, making it easy for them to spend money and manage their finances, irrespective of which country they were in. So the backdrop of this is that most payment systems within the continent are not interoperable. And even where they are very expensive. And so, for instance, it costs close to 20% higher if you have to send money from Ghana to Nigeria only. And it even gets like more expensive as you go to some other remote areas. And so this has a lot of implications for financial inclusion within the continent. And still makes it like a problem for people to carry cash across borders just to make payments. Churches, SMEs or SMBs still have to make payments in cash, and this has so much risk, for people's finances. And so, as people who face this problem ourselves, we decided to look at ways we can solve this by using blockchain. Providing different options for our users to be able to make all these payments and also go against the current establishment, which makes it very expensive for people to do so and businesses as well. And so we built Sesacash with the intention to promote close to 0% cross-border payments. Because by doing it on Telos, for instance, we are able to circumvent some of the fees and expensive fees that banks have to pay, charge individuals to do so. And so this is something that we want to do sincerely and also allow people who are crypto users to be able to do so seamlessly. And we have done this looking at how we can promote decentralized finance systems within the continent. And so giving people the freedom and a multi-currency wallet where they can access all the different African currencies and make payments for goods and services without having to worry about exchange fees, high exchange fees, without having to worry about the delays that it takes. For instance, it can take sometimes close to 2 business days to make payments or send money across borders within the continent. With Sesacash, we have been able to make some of these processes much more faster and cheaper. And within 5 minutes, a business can set up on Sesacash, make payments to another business partner in another country within the continent. And these are some of the novelties that we are bringing up on Sesacash. Just, I think 2 weeks ago, I had an interaction with a business that is using Sesacash. And so after we compared their previous systems and the current system that Sesacash provides, we realized that the business was able to save close to 20% on how much they used to spend in sending money across borders. And so this not only makes us happy, but also brings some fresh air to businesses who are cash-strapped or don't have enough money to spend for cross-border payments. We are currently in Ghana and Nigeria with plans to expand to all other African countries. And so we will be doing that soon. And some of the features that we think will make this process even better is the Sesa debit card, which we plan to roll out in the next 1 or 2 months. So this is going to be a card that makes it easy for you to top up your crypto onto the Sesa debit card, use it to pay for goods and services across all POS systems online, and in the future, we're looking at even ATMs. So if somebody in Nigeria who has a Sesa debit card comes to Ghana and they are able to load Naira onto their card and spend it seamlessly in Ghana, or they can load the Ghanaian currency onto the card and they are able to use it at ATMs and pay for goods, pay for their coffee, the lunch at all different restaurants that they visit. Because currently, for instance, if you move from Ghana to Nigeria, most people have to carry cash to pay for goods and services. This was something that I discovered about 3 weeks ago, and it was like a bit shocking to me. So getting a bank account in Ghana as a foreigner to do so is quite a big problem for them. And it's the same as people move across different countries within the continent. So we are trying to synchronize all this process and make it interoperable and easy for any individual or business to maneuver this complex currency system within the continent. And then also that the high exchange rates that banks face, we are trying to eliminate that. And the role that blockchain plays is very crucial here. It makes it like faster, cheaper, and more especially, it is robust and secure for us. And this is something that we have found so useful. And if you all know, like transfers within the Telos system, the asset transfers are free. And this is something that we are also hoping to leverage in the near future and allow people to pay each other through the Sesacash system without having to pay any transaction fees. So this is, in short, what we have been up to over the few months. And then if anyone has questions or you want to know anything about Sesacash platform, how you can use it, what we have been up to, some of the challenges, or if you have the intention of building something like Sesacash, we are open to sharing this, our journey and our story with you, and also taking into consideration your feedback and how we can improve the system. Let me also mention that Sesacash believes in community, and so we also introduced the yen, which is our utility token, just a way to reward users with bonuses or cashback anytime you perform transactions on Sesacash. And so almost for anything you do on Sesacash, you get a cashback in yen, which you can trade or also use that to pay for fees within the system. We want the community to own the project such that they can help us promote and be ambassadors of the Sesacash ecosystem. This is something new, again, within the continent on all payment systems. There barely exist any tokenized payment systems within the continent, and Sesacash is leading the way in this process. And so this has also been a key point for us, and users are finding it very interesting that they earn tokens, or they earn some kind of reward for every transaction that they do on the system. And so they also feel part of Sesacash. They promote it to friends and families, and we are also seeing an uptick in the usage. One key point also with Sesacash is that we're expanding beyond just making it easy for non-blockchain savvy people to enjoy blockchain systems. So what we've also realized is that blockchain systems are mostly for people who are like crypto savvy, excluding the everyday person who just wants to a seamless way to spend their money, to save, and also to be able to have flexibility in how they access different currencies. And so with the way Sesacash is built, any person, whether you have crypto or no crypto background, you can use the platform to do all manner of transactions without having to worry about all the complexities of blockchain and cryptocurrency. And we think that that is one of the ways we can promote adoption and usage of blockchain technology within the continent. Creating use cases that resonate or that are attractive to the everyday person. And so this is something that we're also hoping to use to promote and encourage people to adopt and see the positive sides of cryptocurrency, of blockchain for the development of financial systems, health, economy, and agri as well. If there's any question, anything you want to know about Sesacash, please ask, and then I will do my best to answer them. Thank you. Yes, we started Sesacash in 2018. By then, it was built on a different blockchain, BitShares, but with the vision that we had and what we wanted to do, it was a bit inadequate for us, and so we were looking for a blockchain ecosystem that would meet our needs for building a cheaper, faster, and reliable decentralized payment system. So we decided to rebuild and migrate our system onto Telos. And so to be quite specific, we launched on Telos, that was last year in November. And so we kind of migrated the old system to the Telos blockchain, so which was more like starting afresh. but the product has been in existence for the past 2 years, processing transactions for Nigeria and Ghana. But now we are like new kind of on Telos, but Sesacash has been in existence for the past 2 years. So currently we support native, like traditional currencies, all major currencies within the continent. So we have Ghana cedis, we support Nigerian naira, we support the South African rand, and all major currencies that we have. If there's a demand for it, we can easily enable it within the app. And also that when users request for a particular currency, we make it available for them. But the top demanded currencies are naira and Ghana cedis. Another one plan that we have, major one, is that we want to enable crypto wallet within the Sesacash ecosystem. So in the near future, users will be able to buy cryptocurrency directly within Sesacash. I think that is part of our objectives for the next 2 weeks. So we plan to use some, platforms to make it easy for users to buy cryptocurrency with a debit card or with top up through mobile money, which is key within the continent. So they can top up with mobile money or bank transfer and buy all different currencies. And Telos, of course, is going to be part of the tokens that people can buy directly on Sesacash. And so once you buy these tokens, you can top it up onto your Sesacash account and get fiat currencies. That way you can spend seamlessly, or you can load the cryptocurrency onto the Sesa debit card when we launch it. So that is also coming in place. Yeah, I just got a question. Yes, the countries having the most usage are Ghana and Nigeria. And yeah, that has, but with Nigeria is the top most country with the most usage and demand for Sesacash. But we are looking at targeting the Francophone West Africa, where we think most people are still isolated or excluded in terms of digital tools for financial transactions. And so that is one of the areas that we want to focus on. I think the biggest potential for growth for what we see is having a Sesa debit card, because that gives users the flexibility and ability and the freedom to spend seamlessly at different point of sale systems. And so they're able to load money from all different sources, cryptocurrency, fiat currency, onto this card, and they can switch from one currency to the other. And we think that's also very good for businesses that move around and don't want to pay so much for currency conversions, at the Forex Bureau or through the bank. And so this is something we think is going to promote, growth within the Sesacash ecosystem and also within the continent. Great. Thank you, Stella. The team is made up of 4 people who are like full-time, and we have some other people who work on us part-time, but then the team is still growing. So most of the team is based out of Ghana and some in Nigeria. So that's what we're saying. So some of the team members are in Ghana and Nigeria as well. And we work to collaborate more often through most of the platforms that we have. And we're also we do meetups, or looking to organize meetups where we can go to Nigeria, work with the team, or the team in Nigeria will come down to Ghana for us to work together. So we are building all those systems, but currently we are a team of 4 members permanently working on Sesacash. Yes, Peter wants to know how the launch of official currencies would affect Sesacash. We rather think that will be, and thank you for that question, the launch of these currencies will rather be like a promoter for Sesacash. So if, for instance, Ghana launches an e-currency, which they are thinking of doing, what we have to do is that currency would become a top-up option or a main currency within Sesacash. So somebody can exchange the Nigerian national currency for the Ghanaian national e-currency. And we think that is actually a good thing for us. If national countries promote or like their own official national cryptocurrencies, that becomes a plus for us, which means they're even embracing the ecosystem for cryptocurrency payments. And we rather see that as good news for us, because we can then list all these national cryptocurrencies on Sesacash and allow people to swap one national currency for the other, all within the Sesacash ecosystem. So that really is something we are looking forward to and excited about. Another user, somebody wanted to know why we chose Telos. I think the key point for us in Telos was that first, it's a community-based project, and also that Telos offered, a platform for us to perform cheaper and faster transactions. And we were looking at a platform that will make it easy for free asset transfer, and also that the Telos governance system also encouraged us. A project that is community-based usually offers room for everybody to build on it and to contribute. And so we found it to be one of the top blockchains that we were ready to build on. And so we chose it. And as we all know, Telos is well built for, suited for building decentralized finance apps on it. And so that came as a good thing for us. And so we were very much positive and saw this as the go-to platform to grow Sesacash on. Because the key of Sesacash is asset exchange and transfers, and be able to move resources freely among users. And so if Telos provides a platform for that, we found it also interesting. And the ecosystem was welcoming. They received us, offered us much of the resources, and were ready and available to help us, build and officially be on the mainnet. And so we found that very, very encouraging, and we wish to be part of that community. And so we ended up, building on Telos. Great. I have a mix of things that I've done in the past. So, but my background is I have a background in software and entrepreneurship way back from 2008. So that was when I started with software and entrepreneurship. So I started building applications back then, mainly with e-commerce applications. So my first startup was in e-commerce, data feed marketing, which was built on a Shopify app store. And so we built it, grew it to supporting about 15,000 online stores globally, mainly in the US and the UK and Canada as well. And that was my first bite at startup life, but it was exciting and challenging as well. And we built it over the years, and by 2016 we were ready and getting more buzz and traction. So we got the opportunity to sell the startup. Another e-commerce startup, saw the synergy and the need to acquire the previous company that was Retail Tower. And so the company was acquired, and after that I moved on to build Sesacash, which is the next startup. But really, I got into Sesacash because whilst with my previous startup, I was trading in cryptocurrency. And so that got me interested, and also faced some of the challenges in getting cryptocurrency onto fiat. And so I was active on platforms blogging platforms like Steemit and Wheelshares and BitShares as well. That was where it all started. And then from there, we saw the need to build a platform, making it easy for cryptocurrency to fiat conversion. And that was initially what Sesacash was about, until we pivoted to a broader, vision and perspective. And so, I built previous startups before, but they were not in blockchain and cryptocurrency. But after that, the team, mostly all of us with a similar backgrounds, transitioned with that experience onto Sesacash and looking at how we can build stronger, apps within the African system. And so, that is what I've been doing over the years. And beside startup life, I also do a bit of research. I like writing academic papers. So I sometimes, during my free time, I do research like that, work with teams and see how we can publish academic papers, mainly in the field of innovation and economic growth. There are many more questions, or maybe before someone comes with a question, I also want to add that what we are looking at is also building partnerships with other blockchain. I'll get to that. Other blockchain projects. And so if there's anyone here who wants to partner with Sesacash in executing any other project where there will be a win-win relationship, we are always open to such collaborations. If it is token listing, if it is joint research, or partnering in any other form of blockchain or crypto projects, we are open to these kind of partnerships. And so that's something we've been active with, and building the community in Ghana, because we want to have more blockchain, savvy people joining us to build apps and, increase adoption. So the story behind Sesacash, very interesting. first of all, the name Sesacash means, Sesa means like let's exchange. It's an indigenous name from Ghana. So Sesa means let's exchange. So you would say maybe let's exchange cash or something. So that's like Sesacash, you know, and so that's why we have like asset exchange. You can exchange from one currency to the other. And that's the background of the name itself, Sesacash. But the project itself, Sesacash, was to solve something that we faced. And as I said, most of the founders were, or the team members are crypto people. We traded in cryptocurrency, and we're also active on Steemit and Whale shares. And so, how to get like the cryptocurrency we got to Ghanaian cedi or to Nigerian naira, we saw that it was a big problem, and we decided to build this for ourselves and also for other users who faced a similar problem. And so that was when it all started. We initially built it as, you know, a basic product, making it just easy for exchange, you know, from a cryptocurrency to fiat. But later we realized that that wasn't enough. There was more use cases for what our users wanted other than what we were providing. And so we looked at how can we build a much, you know, broader and visionary product that will solve bigger problems other than just cryptocurrency to fiat. And so the team worked together. We have known each other for the past, I would say 8 years, some of us, and some for the past 2 or 3 or 4 years. But almost all members of the team have a long history together. We know each other, worked together in one way or the other. And so we kind of always have the synergy and know when, how, and when we want to do things. And so that was how it all happened. So back in 2018, late 2017, we started building Sesacash, and we've been running it over this period, supporting all different ecosystems, and also that we basically tested it on the BitShares, Steemit, Whale shares, you know, like ecosystem. But then, as I said, we then migrated or moved to Telos, where we are looking at building much more decentralized systems, making it easy and expanding across borders. And that's something that we are looking forward to, promoting cross-border payments and you know, financial systems. And so I'll say that is like the story behind Sesacash. And we are more like community people. We believe in community projects, and all of us are almost engaging all these projects, just making sure that we build something that will benefit not only us, but the entire community. Cool. Yeah, I think if there's any more questions, available to take it, or if there isn't any, just after this, we will going to give some YENT tokens to everybody who participated, and then yes, and then we also are available for questions, you know, on our Telegram group at Sesacash, and then we are always like, you know, ready to answer all questions and queries. In terms of numbers, let me quickly take that. Sesacash organically have done about close to 400 installs usage over the past 2 months, and which we are looking to ramp up when we release our mobile app. So the current system is more like a responsive mobile system, which we are using to gauge the community and get more feedback due to the new version that we added onto the platform. So it's more like we are still beta testing the system and the concept that we have and getting feedback in the process. But after running it for almost 3 months, we kind of have a clear idea of what we need to do and what kind of nitty-gritty features our users want. And so with it more coming up, that we're going to release a mobile app, which is coming up, let me say, is going to help us then ramp up the user growth. But for the past 2-3 months, we've done 400 installs, but the attention really is on transaction volumes, which we have seen and is growing at about 10%, you know, month on month. But as I said, once we have the mobile app at that pace, then we can aim for mass adoption and then promote it rigorously to the broader community. But right now, it's just like something that we launched, and we are testing it among our current user community that we have from the old system. But then, as I said, with the launch of the mobile app, we're going full out, and we hope to expand and create more use cases even for users beyond the African continent. Thank you, Team Telos, the government. If I understand your question, you mean maybe what does Yes, so the governance thinking is I'm a cooperative, if that's what you mean. So Sesacash is more running like I'm a cooperative within what we do. And so almost everybody has a stake on Sesacash or a stake to what we do. And I think, yeah, one important thing I may have missed is that with some of the feedback we've gotten and the changes we are making is that holders of the Sesacash token want more uses for it. And so with the new changes that are coming on board, if you hold, let's say, for instance, 50,000 yen as a stakeholder and a member of the cooperative or the community, you get to enjoy 100% like discount on all transactions. What it means is that you're not going to pay any fee or anything that you do to either cash out money to your mobile money wallet or to your bank account in Ghana and Nigeria. And so these are some of the things that we are looking at. You have like close to, you do everything on Sesacash close to like 100%. And so we think this is a way to build a cooperative. And so users who hold or have a certain number of tokens enjoy some benefits. And I think if we have up to 20,000 tokens, you get close to 50% discount on all transactions. So these are ways we are looking at the governance systems within Sesacash. And that's like our thinking, making it more like a cooperative and getting everybody on board. Yeah, thank you very much for the question on marketing. So marketing plans, we have a couple of them. One has been through community outreach. And that was one of the reasons we also did with our wake up proposal, that whilst we want to go out, promote the Telos blockchain, but in the same light, we also tell people about Sesacash and what we are doing on the Telos blockchain. So we're looking at a way, that's a way for us to go to the communities, the universities, go to the enterprises, go to businesses and talk to them about Telos blockchain and how Sesacash is building on it and can benefit them. So that was one of the strategies that we use, engaging the different communities here in Ghana. That has been effective so far. The second one is we're using our affiliate system. So within Sesacash, if everybody has an affiliate link, and if somebody signs up through your affiliate link, you continue to get 30% cashback on all transactions that the person does. How cool is that? And so this is another way of making everybody contribute to the growth. And so we've also seen some form of affiliate referrals that is helping us grow our user base and numbers. And I think the other form that we are looking to roll out very soon is like ambassador program. So we discussed it with a couple of people who are interested to be Sesacash ambassadors. And so they also go out, promote Sesacash on their own, and all content that they produce, they get to be rewarded in the yen token, which they can also use to perform or to, use as a stakeholder within the system and contribute to the governance system. We're also looking at some of social media campaigns and partnerships. When we launch the mobile app to go viral, we're going to engage in some growth hacking on social media, especially Facebook, which is very popular in Africa. And that's where you can target most of the youth within the different countries. So we hope to use social media to crack it up and hack the growth by, allowing users to engage in different activities while they are browsing on social media and also get to know about Sesacash. So these are some of the ways we are looking to hack or ramp up growth and marketing for Sesacash. And if there's anybody interested in or has any ideas on how we can partner for growth, please reach out or maybe through Twitter, Telegram, and we can work on it. I think that's about it. If there are no further questions, I don't know if there's any other question anybody wants to ask before we end the session. I'm happy to take them. Good question. So we see Telos for Africa as a partner that can help us grow within the African system. And so we are continuously working with Telos for Africa in organizing conferences, workshops, and they've also promoted us, through their different groups and also events that they organize. And we have enjoyed some good, working relationship with Telos for Africa, and we hope to grow that in the near future. Actually, we are looking at organizing a massive tech conference, Telos conference, I should say, here in Ghana in the next 2 or 3 months. And so we want to make sure that we promote, Telos and the potential for dApps within Ghana through our partnership with Telos for Africa. So yeah, we have a good working relationship, and we are looking to even improve it, better in the coming months. But DeFi is a decentralized finance app, and we are looking at, this DeFi definitely means decentralized finance. And so instead of the current centralized systems where, okay, I'll get to that. The current system where all your financial records are locked up within one bank, and you don't have access to it if you move from one country to the other. Decentralized, finance systems means that your financial records are kind of not, locked up within one system. They are like decentralized, or it's on a blockchain, allowing you to give access to different service providers who wants to have like records on your financial profile. A case in point is, somebody, I keep using Ghana and Nigeria, but if somebody moves from Ghana to Nigeria, they've lost all their financial records, transactions, and all the incomes that they've earned, because the bank in Ghana cannot provide that information to the new bank in Nigeria. But with decentralized finance systems, this information is recorded on the blockchain, and users are able to either give public access to anybody who wants to access such records, or they are able to give a private key and allow the bank in Nigeria, for instance, to combine that with a public key from any app like Sesacash, and they can see all the transactions, whatever that all the transactions the user has done, all the top ups they've done, which is like income coming in through maybe freelance activities. And so this is a way to decentralize financial systems away from the current system where the banks control all this information, and we basically lose this credit in Africa. When you move from even one bank to another bank in Ghana, you may lose these financial records within the same country. And so this is something that we hope that blockchain systems can help us solve through decentralized systems. There's a question about the feedback you get from our current users, and do they like the app? Yes, users like the app, but most of they are looking for more ways that they can top up their wallet with like local systems. So mobile money is very popular in most African countries, and so we've had a case where users want to be able to top up through their mobile money instead of debit card, and so that's a feedback that we've gotten. We've seen that mobile money and bank top up are becoming more popular than debit cards, and so we've taken that feedback and we are working on it. Another feedback also has to do with the use cases for yet, as I explained. So some users are like, they don't see why they should hold or they should do transactions on the app because they have yet. And so we are also looking at that, making changes to make it easy for people who hold like more yet to be able to enjoy more from the system or gain more from using Sesacash. And also that it will encourage people to help us grow the ecosystem, because if I get more yet, it's going to benefit me in the long run. Another feedback we've gotten over the period has to do with like allowing people to have more currencies. So currently we support like fewer cryptocurrencies, those within the USIO ecosystem, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. But we realized that people, most of the Africans maybe on blockchain, earn crypto through freelancing or other activities from other, less known cryptocurrencies. And so they want to be able to directly exchange that on Sesacash to fiat, or to send that as payments to, family and friends, across the continent. And so we are looking at supporting all these systems and making it more versatile and allowing everybody to enjoy and use the system. And users, and as I said, we are currently with just a mobile responsive version. And so the feedback we've gotten is that we want mobile, they like native app to come. They want the app to come up very quick, and so we are responding to that. And as I said, we should be releasing a light Android and iOS version that users can use whilst we continue to improve that. So these are some of the things and the feedback we've gotten. And I think one major one is that people are also asking if most of the currencies that we hold, the fiat currencies on Sesacash, are stable currencies. And I think it's something that we say yes. It's a feedback we are looking at, and we are working to make them stable currencies, which means users can transfer like their NGN currency on Sesacash out of the Sesacash to another Telos account. And so that's what we are looking at, making them stable currencies and making them transferable outside the Sesacash ecosystem. Great question. Yes, I'll say 50. I'll split it into 80-20. Our current user base, like 80% know about blockchain. This is mainly because we had a previous user base that we migrated, and most of them are blockchain savvy people. But as I said, we are beginning to reach out to the non-blockchain community, and that's why we are going out, engaging with communities, companies, university students, and telling them about like blockchain and how we are using Sesacash is using it to facilitate, easy cross-border payments and making it easy for them to spend and manage, different currencies seamlessly. And so we are beginning to gain more users from the non-blockchain community, and I would say that is like 20%. But that is expected to grow when we launch the mobile apps for iOS and Android, and that is going to even speed up, the sign-ups from non-blockchain community. And for us, that's something we think would help bringing the non-blockchain community to benefit from blockchain systems, and then that would allow them to understand and know the benefits of blockchain beyond just cryptocurrency. So within Africa, cryptocurrency kind of has like, in quotes, a negative tag, and people think cryptocurrency maybe comes with some form of fraud or something. But we are trying to change that image and perception, and that is also affecting blockchain in general. So if you say you are into blockchain, people immediately think this is like something bad. I don't have to get involved in it, and it's affecting all apps that are trying to, go for mass adoption. And that is why we are like going out, engaging them, letting them know there are more use cases just than cryptocurrency, and that blockchain, and explaining to them the potential of blockchain systems and how they can build apps, just beyond and even beyond cryptocurrency. So that's one of the missions that Sesacash has, taken upon itself, engaging with the community and explaining to them what blockchain is and how, they can benefit from it. Okay. At this point, I will say thank you very much to everyone who participated. And the questions were all great and insightful. In fact, yeah, like most appreciate them. And on behalf of the Sesacash team, I would say thank you very much for joining us and the opportunity to share, what we are doing with you all, the Telos community, and everybody who is a blockchain lover, anybody who supports and believes in Sesacash. And our doors are always open to feedback, contributions, and if you ever have any feedback or want to know more about Sesacash, our community handles are readily available. Twitter is open, but more especially, Telegram is a place where, it's at Sesacash, that's our Telegram handle. We're always available to answer all questions, and also build on partnerships or any other, ways we can work together to grow this. And keep following Sesacash to know about what we're going to do, the plans we have coming up within the next few weeks. And yeah, thank you very much, and let us keep in touch. Bye-bye for now, and then I hope to see you soon, and maybe have more AMS sessions where we can all share and learn more about how Sesacash is going. Thank you very much once again, Stella, for making this happen, and the Telos community. Hello Telos, and tell us the questions, and anyone who has questions, we appreciate it so much. I bring you greetings from Ghana. Bye-bye.